Morning class, welcome to Louis Lessons. Today we are going to learn tips, tricks, and all about the mistakes I've made in business so you don't have to make them. Let's lock in, let's go. Enjoy. This episode's called Building a Business with Friends and Family, something I've got a hell of a lot of experience in. So if you're building a business and you're working with your friends, your family, cousins, uncles, aunties, mum, dad, wife, in-laws, brother-in-laws, I've done it all. I know the good that comes from doing that. I know the bad that comes from doing that. And I'm here to tell you the lessons that I've learned whilst growing a business with family. So working with family is either the greatest shortcut to expedite growth because you've got belief in the business, or it can kill your business faster than your competition if it's not managed correctly. And I'm going to show you why. I've seen both, I've lived both in terms of working with friends and family, and I want to show you what it's about. So let's get straight into it. This isn't about not mixing business with personal, and I'm not here to tell you not to work with your family. So yeah, working with family is great, and there is many advantages to it, but it can break your family as well. I've seen it, I've lived it, and in recent years, I've managed to put a little few boundaries and rules in place for myself and for my family that just helps the business thrive and also helps the family thrive as well. But there's also a backlash of that if the family don't accept them standards, something needs to be done about it. And we're going to talk about that as well. So this is about making everyone in your company win, or everyone around you win. Leading them in a direction that's upwards and forwards. A big saying that I have at my company is onwards and upwards, and I end every single email with onwards and upwards because it's just a positive impact and it teaches everybody to go in the same direction. So I've got this analogy, right? There's a bus and your company is a bus. Whether you've got family, mates, staff, external staff on your bus, imagine that everybody is a part in that bus. You've got your wheels, you've got your steering wheel, you've got your handbrake, you've got your gear knobs, and everybody's got their part to do. As a leader, it's your job, you're the driver of this bus. Now, it's your duty to ensure every part in your bus is performing to its maximum. Now, whether that's family or whether that's staff that you've sourced externally, difficult conversations are to be had. But in my opinion and with my experience, you set a standard and you live by that standard. So that has become so much more important since we've grown past the 5 million mark. Before that, and I want to talk a little bit about that, I'm going to get up onto this whiteboard now. Before that, there's this. So, if you're in an early stages of a company, let's say you are sub 250k turnover. I've been there, I've done it, and there's you with your business on sub 250k turnover. You are going to have a small team, okay? So you're going to have a small team. Let's call these dots your team. Let's say you've got 3 or 4 people working with you. These people that you work with, do not hire them based on their CV. Hire them based on how much you trust them. And this is where family is good, because If I'm working with my dad, if I'm working with my brother, if I'm working with my cousin, if I'm working with my uncle, if I'm working with my auntie, wow, there's trust there. You can't get more trust than family. Yeah, so trust for me in the early stages of business, when you're trying to work with family, is everything. Everything. If you can get 2 people together or 3 people together that have got a bond like nothing before, you're gonna win. I would say that this is probably minus your 250K mark turnover. This is under your 250K mark. If you're a business and you're doing sub 250K turnover and you're trying to grow your business, you need to work with people. Your little team needs to be 100% trust. Always, every single day of the week. Trust beats talent, hands down, when you're in the early stages of growth. Then, once you get, I would say that 250K leads up to probably 2.5 mil before you start needing talent. Talent. And when your business starts to require talent is when your friends and family who you have originally hired to help grow the business, it starts to get hard because expectations are a thing. And around the 2.5 to 5 million mark is when I realized that this isn't just for family anymore. And that's really hard. You feel like you're excluding family because you're bringing external staff in with a bit more talent. And it's not about disrespecting the family and disrespecting the team. A family member is always going to expect to get treated a little bit differently to the staff member. And that's something that I struggled with early on because yes, of course, I want to treat my father or I want to treat my cousin or I want to treat my uncle or auntie a little bit different to a person that I've employed 2 months ago and I've only known them for 2 months. It's natural. With family members, look, at home you are my cousin and at home you are my uncle and at home you are my auntie and at home you are my X or Y or Z. And in these walls, when we're at work, you are job title, you are job title, you are job title. And the reason for that is, it really annoyed me that I kept saying, oh, we're building a massive family business. We're building a massive family business. I'm not building a massive family business. I want to build the best team there is in logistics. The best team. Now, whether that includes my family is great, and whether that doesn't include my family is also great. But to move away from that family business and to move towards the A team is where the absolute turn of all the tables happened for me. It's where I went from loving my family inside the office to just demanding the best from them inside the office whilst loving them as well. What you'll get from family especially is pushback. Oh, why are you being like this? Why do you think in such a way that, oh, what's happened to the old version of you? What's happened to this? Well, no, your growth is going to make them feel inadequate. It's going to make them feel threatened. It's going to make them feel that you're gunning for them. Well, no, that's not the case. This is the standard, meet it. And let's get after it together. Now, the beauty of that is that if they take it on board and the standard goes up and they go up with you, they're winning. You're all winning. Everybody's winning. What's the worst thing that can happen? Is you set your standard, you go up, the business starts climbing, they don't meet that standard, they either decide to leave or you've got a very difficult decision to make, of which I've been in that unfortunate position as well. It's not a very nice position to be in. But once your standard's set, you don't negotiate. You don't negotiate with your standards. And that's it. So in my place of work, I don't promote people because they've got the last name Labina. I promote people because of the effort and the work that they've done. If they're showing effort, if they're showing work ethic, if they're showing, a big thing for me is them just doing things without me chasing. If you're trying to grow, just do it without even being asked. If you're working with people you love, it's very, very powerful. If you're working with family, it's so powerful, but you have to set your boundaries up. And when you've set your boundaries up, it's a recipe for success. I'd be really, really, really interested to know what's the hardest challenges you've had while working with family. And we can just discuss it down in the comments below. Okay, so send this to your business partner, anyone you're working with family-wise, if you're even working with family, or anyone you're working in the trenches with. I hope you've enjoyed the episode and more to come from Louis Lessons. Thumbs up.